Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Cave Story. In the last episode we went to the Egg Corridor, I believe it's called. Yeah, the Egg Corridor. And we found Sue and killed a raging Mimiga after it ate some red flowers. Let me get out of here now! Shut up! Toroko was taken by mistake because of you. One way or another I'm handing you over to them. I hate you! If Toroko isn't safe I'm gonna tear you apart. Yeah, not a lot of love in that relationship, is there? So we're going to go back up to the top and try to talk some reason into King here, because that's a big no-no. What's up? This is what happens to those who defy the order of the village. Well, no arguing with that. I've been caught. The doctor's men mistook another Mimiga for me and kidnapped her instead. That girl Toroko, she treated me so well when I had trouble getting used to everything. I have an idea. You can go in my place. My brother Kazuma is stuck in an area called Bushlands. Bring him back here. So now we're headed off to the Bushlands, by far my least favorite area in the game. Like, nothing even comes close. At least the Egg Corridor is only, like, backtracking once. This is a bit worse. Oh, good lord. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean a lot. The area looks nice, though, and the music's cool, too. The music is never bad in this game. So, first, before we do anything, we have this guy up here. I believe his name is Cthulhu. He provides a lot of the insight in the game. Oh, you're a soldier from the surface. Hasn't the war ended already? No matter. If you want to venture any further, be mindful of those big blue critters. They'll try to crush you. Yep, so don't get under those. Hello, my name is Santa. I went to get some water and was attacked by those monsters. His name's Santa, I just realized. That's weird. So I ran back home, but I dropped my keys on the way back. Now I can't get into my own home. So, let's go get his keys then. Here's a couple of these enemies. If they fall on your head, they will actually do more damage than they do by actually touching them. I believe the blue monster over there, if he lands on your head, he does like 12 damage, so you don't want to deal with that. It's pretty dangerous, and they have 16 or so health as well. We're going to have a weapon way more suited to fighting this area later on, so don't you worry about that. Right now it's just a bunch of jumping and hoping you hit the enemies. So, let's grab the key. Bunch of experience around that we can't even use, which kind of sucks. They kind of look like Doritos. Anyway, now that we have the key, we have no reason to go further, so don't even bother at the moment. We need to get this key back. What's up? That's the key to my house. Return Santa's key. Thank you. And he goes back into his house. Please come over. I have something nice for you. And oh boy, you want this nice thing very much. By the way, the missile launcher you can actually go the entire game without collecting, because basically you get missile upgrades, so you can carry to a max of 30 missiles, I want to say. Maybe a little more if you're going for the best ending. This game has 3 endings, by the way. I will show all of them. If you're going for the best ending, you can get more than 30, and likewise with HP, you can get more than 50. In every single one of these chests, if you miss the first one, you will get it in a later one, whichever one you get first. That would normally have missile upgrades. So, there's that. But you can just skip them all and not get the weapon. This next weapon, though, is one of the ones that are actually required. Thanks again for the help earlier. I'd like to give you something. And so we get the fireball. We have another fireplace over there, too. Are you looking for someone? I haven't seen anyone around here. But if you plan on going further in, you'll need to go through the fireplace inside Chaco's house. So the fireball is kind of a more interesting weapon than the other two. This one has a bouncing projectile that bounces along the ground. You can have 2 on the screen at once, and later on we'll get upgrades to 3 at a time and 4 at a time. It is controlled by gravity, so no matter where you shoot it, it will always bounce to the ground and... Wait. Whoa! You can do some weird stuff with this. It's hitting the corner here and it makes it go faster. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I believe it's on a timer, not on like a distance-based thing. Also, this will kill you if you jump into it, so don't do that. Danger, this trap is instant death. Use extreme caution. It kind of has that there so you won't do it later on, because there's more of those in the actual area here. That's just telling you, hey, don't do that. Let's check out the fireplace. Flames billow. Charcoal burns in Santa's fireplace. Charcoal, you say? That's interesting. Might want to keep that in mind for later. So now that we have that, let's try and upgrade this thing. I believe it does 2 damage right off the bat. No, it does 3. No, that was 2. What? It's doing different damage every time. -4. Okay, it does 4 damage. Okay, it just said 2 that one time because it only had 2 HP left. It is a very powerful weapon. By far the most powerful you will get at this point in the game. And if you get really close to an enemy, you can spam it really quick. So now we can have 3 on screen, and they do 6 damage each. The one downside is you can't shoot it, like, in the air very far. But if you get close to an enemy and start spamming it, it'll do a ton of damage. Also, you can bait these guys. If you shoot like a whole cluster, you can knock them out before they even try to fly at you. Yeah, normally it only does 2 damage, but if it lands on you, you are going to be hurt. So now we can take out these enemies much easier with this weapon. Also, there is something that I'm going to come back for, so we'll leave it for now. And now we have level 3, where it'll do, I want to say, 8 damage. That's, well, those things only have 6 HP, so it'll only do 6 damage to them, but I think it'll do 8. It might just do 6. I might just be wrong. And we have another house over here. I believe this is Choco's house. Yep, sure is. And this is where we're going to get one of the first completely... Well, I guess we got the map, and that was completely optional. Also, look how tiny the map is here. Hi, how may I help you? Wow, that thing you have there looks quite dangerous. I wonder, are you a traveler? I sure am. But if we go to this fireplace, you see a hole in the other side of the building, flames. Can't get past the fire. You want to go through my fireplace? For that, you're going to need to get a bit of jellyfish juice. The big jelly has it. The big jelly has it, guys. If you talk to her, she walks over here, and then if you sleep in her bed, you want to rest, say yes. Hear a little noise. Life restored. She fell asleep with you. And if you look at your items, you now have Choco's Rogue, or Rouge, I don't know. It's one or the other. I think it's Rouge, because Rogue has a U after the G. So we have Choco's Rouge. We have her lipstick. We apparently got some. And that's all to say about that. Quote is a bit of a player, if you did not know. See a hole in the other... Oh yeah, we already did that. So now we have to go back to the jellyfish, which is the worst part of this game, IMO. Now jellyfish have magically spawned through Choco's jellyfish spawning powers, and we need to find the big jelly so we can take care of it and get some jellyfish juice, which is the... Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. We have to get that five times? 4 or 5 times. It's one or the other. I don't really know because I just go and get it as many times as I need. Also, if the things fly up there, you can just spam upwards and take them all out. We're going to take the higher route this time because it's easier than knocking everything out on the way. And there is a heart container up here. Or a life capsule. I'm going to say heart container a lot. I'm sorry. Max life increased by 5 now. So now every time we get one, it'll increase by 5 instead of 3. So that's nice. A bit of more extra HP. By the way, if I didn't mention it, we can have 4 fireballs on screen when it's fully upgraded. Now I'm gonna clear this area a little because we have to fight kind of a pseudo boss, I guess we could call it, and I'd rather not do that with 1,000 enemies jumping all around the place. If I could get that, hold on. There we go. The spread on the rockets can be a little useful sometimes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna destroy this. You can see the big jelly up there. And we're just going to shoot. And it gets stuck on it. And it's really nice. And then it drops the jellyfish juice. Get used to seeing this exact screen right here. Because, oh my god, it's going to get bad. So, she said you need jellyfish juice to put out the fireplace. You need to get jellyfish juice for every single fireplace if you want to get 100%. So, right now we're actually going to take the teleporter back to Arthur's house so we can go to that other fireplace we saw earlier and put it out. And this is very important because it gives you a weapon. Also, while we're on the topic of nothing really at all, well, I guess other than jellyfish juice, there was something I want to talk about, but I completely forgot what it was. That's really nice that I brought that up. I believe it was about some characters? Oh, geez, I don't know. I don't know, man. Because we don't know enough yet for me to talk about a lot of the characters without spoiling literally everything. I could talk about version differences. So the reason I chose this version, which is Cave Story Plus on Steam, is because versus the like 6 other versions of this game there are. Oh, by the way, we got the bubbler. I should mention that. You shoot 1 bullet at a time, and you have 100 bullets that slowly restore at level 1. It's pretty dang useless right now. I believe you can have 4 bullets on screen. I think it's 5. But yeah, it slowly recovers. It's pretty useless right now, but once you start leveling it up, it gets a lot better. We won't use it that much throughout the game because generally our other weapons do more damage and are more reliable, but it's nice to have in some situations, so we're going to go ahead and start leveling that up. But now that we have to get the jellyfish juice like 20 times, now I can talk about the version differences. This version of the game has the updated graphics, it has the new music and everything. The original version of the game obviously has none of that. The original version does not have challenge mode. The original version does not have, what else is there? I believe there's a few items that are only in this version of the game. I know there's one scrapped item that's like a medal or something, and I don't believe that was in any of the games. But yeah, there's challenge mode in this game, and it has updated graphics, and you can choose to play it completely like the old freeware version of the game, because you can change the graphics back, you can change the music back, you can pretty much make it play like the freeware version. The 3DS version has the new music, but the old graphics. So that's why I didn't go with that one. Of course, I didn't go with the original version. There's also a 3D version of the game that released on the... that released on the 3DS only. And while it does have... It's completely 3D. Like, it's not just these new graphics that I'm playing on, it's completely 3D. I don't like it as much. But I have it. I have, like, 3 versions of the game. Because, I don't know, I like the backgrounds. In the 3D version, a lot of these, like, cave backgrounds you see here is just, like, darkness. It's black. So, now we're going to use our jellyfish juice on this one so we can get the charcoal. We're going to need that for later. But that's one reason why I don't like it. Also doesn't feel like it plays as well as the 2D version because, you know, there's always something lost when you go from 2D to 3D when it comes to, like, tight controls, I guess. So that's why I didn't choose that version. It would have been interesting to show off, I suppose, since most people, I'm sure, have not played that version as opposed to this version. But, nah. So now that we have the level 2 bubbler, it shoots automatically. I'm just holding down the button, and I believe you can just... It doesn't matter how many bullets you have screen, they can all come out. I want to say it does 2 damage with each shot, so that's pretty strong. However, its real use comes through once we get to the 3rd level. This is, of course, useful for taking out huge hordes of enemies that have low HP, but other than that, not much. Not much useful for it. Unless you just want to spray and pray and not really... Unless, I guess if you're not the best aim, you don't have the best aim, you can do that. But now that we have level 3, we can stockpile a bunch of bubbles and then shoot them all at once we re-release the button. So I'm actually going to use that to get this guy up here. Because we can do a lot of damage at once, 30 just with one press of the button, you know? And you can also just hold it and they will come out on their own. Another good use is you can just keep it around you, and it's kind of like a safety bubble where nothing can hit you, because check it out, if I walk over here, they're just, like, they're taken out as long as I just stay near them. And as you can see, the ammo does come back a lot quicker than it used to. So that's our 3rd time getting the jellyfish juice, and not the last time, trust me. We're going to keep it so we can go through Choco's fireplace now, because that actually opens the way forward. I'm going to stick with the bubbler for now. It's probably the best weapon to use in this area because all the enemies are fairly low HP and there's a ton of them. So that's kind of where the bubbler excels in this case. So now let's go in, and once you get through this fireplace, you won't be able to come back for, like, I was going to say a while, but it's more like 10 minutes. So unless you want to, like, if you go back right now, you have to get the jellyfish juice again. So you obviously don't want that. The red thing's down there in the pit. It's insta-death. You don't want that either. So we're gonna do our darndest. We haven't saved in a while, actually. Let's... I can't go back in Choco's house unless I want to get the jellyfish juice again. When you save, you go back to... when you die, I mean, you go back to your last save point. So avoid that at all costs, because a lot of time that can ruin my... Oh, I didn't jump. I was gonna say, when I don't save in a long while, it can kill my want to play the game. And good lord, when was the last time we saved? Okay, we have the bubbler at least, so... do we have the charcoal? We do have the charcoal. Okay, this isn't that far back, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and end off the video here. And we'll be back where we were in the next one. So, see you all then, and goodbye.